Hello and welcome to the process request section of this series. In this video we will discuss how attesters go about approving other requests. To start processing requests, you click on this icon over here. The number at the bottom right corner, the 17, indicates how many requests I currently have pending. Once in the processing request page, you will notice a grid in the center. This has all the requests that you currently have pending. You will notice also that they carry different color tags. And down at the bottom you will see the color legend. So if something does not have a color, like the gray or the dark gray, those are regular requests and you are the main attester, for them. However, if they have this reddish hint to them, this means that you're the alternate attester. So unless you know that you should be attesting this request, you should leave it be, because the main attester will go up and go ahead and attest it at some point. The light gold indicates that this request has been delegated to you. You're not part of the actual approval flow, but one of the attesters in the approval flow decided that you're the one who's supposed to be attesting this step for one reason or another. And usually when a request is delegated to you, it will come with a set of instructions. If it does, the instructions will be somewhere here. However, this one does not. Another thing you will notice is up here at the top, you have something called hide approval flow, which, if you notice when we opened this request, we could see the approval flow to this request. It starts from the requester, it goes to the general attester, and it shows the names of the people who are supposed to be attesting this. However, if we had this checkbox checked, we will no longer be seeing that. So once you're used to the request that you're processing, you probably won't want to see the approval anymore, as it will take some space, so you can go ahead and hide that. Now, as for the requests themselves, this number at the beginning, this is the reference number of the request. The user ID, this is the person that submitted this request. The request form is the template that is being used for the request. The submission date is the first date that this is the date when the request got initiated. The last attest is the last time or date any sort of action was taken on this request. So here at the bottom on this cache statement, we know that on the 10th of May, in the morning, somebody went ahead and approved this or denied it or did something. Now, once you go ahead and open a request, you'll notice a few things. The first thing, it will tell you that what you're attesting as. What is your role in regards to this request? So I'm attesting as a requester, the person that submitted this request. Another thing you will see is this print form. Through this, I can go ahead and print this form on paper if I needed to for one reason or another. After that, you will see instructions that come with the step. So this says, please delegate this request to the appropriate supervisor. This attester action will give you the option to whether approve only this current step or approve multiple steps in a row. To demonstrate what this means, we'll go ahead and view a cache statement. So in this cache statement, I am the attester for all of those. And this is just an example. If I selected attest multiple steps, it means that whenever I hit approve or deny or whatever action I decide to do, it will apply that behavior on all those steps at once. So this is useful if you're in a scenario where you know you're going to be approving the next step and it is you, and you want to go ahead and save time. Instead of waiting for the request to come back to you and then repeat that step, you can choose this multiple step. However, attesting a single step is the default behavior. Another thing you will notice is if you're looking at a request that has some sort of action taken on it, that it will have some approval history. So it'll show the date, what the role was of the person that took that behavior, and any comments if they had any. And after that, you'll see the request itself. Now, one thing you can do with a lot of the requests is you can make changes or edit empty fields or add rows, etc. Make some changes to the request. However, any changes that you make to the request before delegating it, approving it, or denying it will be documented. So you see this change here that's done by the previous attester, which was also me, is in the color blue. That means it's not from the original requester. And it has this small H icon on it, which means that this has a history. This field has been edited. So if I click on the H, it will show it was edited by OAD on this date, and this is the value that they added to it. And if this field has multiple changes from different attesters, you will see them one after the other, ending with the most latest change, or most recent change. Once you've looked over the entire request, you have the ability to also add attachments to the request as it's moving along the approval chain. So you can do that the same way you do when you're starting a request. You go ahead and choose a file, you select the file, and then you click attach to add it to the request, and then you approve or deny or do whatever. Same thing with the request reference. If you're not sure what those attachment and request references are, please look at the no request video, and it will describe those succinctly. Now, once you're done with the entire request, you have three options. The first one is you can delegate it. Delegate means that you are deviating from the set approval plan. You know that this specific request needs to go to a specific person. Like here, it's telling me that I need to delegate this. In the service report, it's telling me that I need to delegate this to the supervisor. So that means I shouldn't approve it. I should delegate it and put the user ID of the supervisor and put a set of instructions, if any, like I delegated this for whatever reason, and this is what I need you to do. Now, once you're done with that and you click delegate, it'll go to that person and it'll have this yellow color. However, if you decided to deny the request, it will go back to the person that submitted the request, and it will show why you denied it, because when you deny the request, you have to put in a reason here. And they'll look over the reason why you denied it, make any changes if you requested changes, and resubmit. Or if you denied it because the request is not acceptable altogether, then they will just keep it in their history. If you approve the request, it'll just move along the approval chain. So it will go to this next step over here, the finance accountant. So I can go ahead and click approve and say, still looks fine. Now I'll click approve. And if I open this request again, you will see that it moved along the chain. So the project manager, which was also me, said still look fine on this date. And that's it for processing requests. Thank you for watching.